How's it going, everyone? Brenden here, and welcome back to another episode of Gaming Details. For this week's video, we'd like to do something special for our viewers as a thank you to 6,000 subscribers, as well as to celebrate this being our 10th episode of the series. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of the Grand Theft Auto games, and we're also doing a shark card giveaway. Throughout the video, we'll tell you a couple of ways you can enter for a chance to win a $20 shark card. There will be 3 separate winners, so be sure to watch the whole video. With all that said, let's jump right into the details. It's been reported that Grand Theft Auto 5 cost up to $265 million to produce, making it one of the most expensive games ever made. That's a lot of money, but I'll be damned if Rockstar didn't use every penny of that to make what is, in my opinion, one of the most immersive and captivating game worlds ever created. If you haven't done this already, next time you're playing GTA 5, hop in a car and drive around for a little while, and you'll see what I mean. While you're driving, you may get a chance to see this first detail for yourself. Notice how in some parts of the map, you get a clearer view of the night sky than others. This is because the game has realistic light pollution. Much like a city in real life, Los Santos is very well lit up, making it harder to see the stars in the sky at night. However, if we head over to Blaine County, we can get a much clearer view of the night sky since it's a much less lit up area. While you're going for that cruise to take in the map, you're going to want to listen to some tunes. GTA 5 has a pretty wide selection of radio stations to choose from, but some of them only come in certain locations of the map, and you can even hear those stations cut out as you lose signal.
Consumer banking. Yes, and for the record, I would be talking about it even if they were. Kindness around the clock.
Now let's head back a few years to Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Most of the time spent playing these games, you're usually pissing off cops and doing everything to get on their bad side. But let's say you want to take a break from the life of crime and do the law's work yourself. Stopping NPCs that the police are after in this game will award you with a good citizens bonus for your vigilantism. How you play the GTA games is up to you, but if you're doing the law's work, you're gonna want to have a vehicle that can get you to the scene of crimes quickly. In a few of the games, activating the lights or sirens on an emergency vehicle will cause the cars around you to move to the side of the road like they're supposed to do in real life. In GTA 5, you might not have noticed that your character's trigger pull motion mimics that of your controller in real life depending on how deep you press it. This same mechanic can also be seen with the butterfly intake scoops on some cars. The deeper you press the gas, the more the valves will open up. Here's one of the first ways you can enter for the shark card giveaway. All you gotta do is give this video a like, leave a suggestion for the next video in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel. Continue watching to find out more ways that you can increase your odds of winning. Now let's get back to the details. You don't have to have a degree in physics to know that every action has an equal or opposite reaction. But did you know that in Grand Theft Auto 4, if a weapon drops and hits the ground, there's a slight chance that it may discharge a bullet. There's an even slighter chance that it will hit someone and cause damage or even kill them. This is a rare phenomenon called inertia discharge, where if a gun is dropped hard enough, it may cause the firing pin to slide forward from the force and fire on accident. If that detail involving GTA 4's physics wasn't interesting enough for you, check this one out. The traffic lights sway in the wind. But seriously, small details like this are great for adding extra immersion to the game world. Now let's head over to one of the most iconic games of the series, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which has one of gaming's most intriguing stories of betrayal. In the beginning of the game, when CJ returns to Los Santos after finding out about the death of his mother, he goes back to his childhood home where he finds a picture of her on the floor. After a few brief flashbacks, Big Smoke walks in with a baseball bat thinking he's an intruder, but is relieved to find it's just CJ. He then tosses the bat onto the table, accidentally breaking the picture of CJ's mother. This small detail foreshadows the game's plot twist, and is also the first hint that Big Smoke had something to do with the murder of CJ's mother. Continuing in San Andreas, during the drive-thru mission, Big Smoke makes his long-winded order and eventually some ballers show up to do a drive-by on the Grove Street crew. During the shootout, Big Smoke gets called out for not firing back at the ballers and uses his food as an excuse for not doing so. What the player doesn't know at first is that this was all intentional. Big Smoke took so long at the drive-thru to buy the ballers more time, and the real reason he didn't shoot back is because he was in on the whole thing all along. Speaking of setups, let's head back over to Grand Theft Auto 5. During the opening mission, when Michael and Trevor's robbery doesn't go as planned, Michael gets shot and tells Trevor to go on without him because he's going to bleed out and die. However, if you look closely, Michael isn't bleeding at all and is actually wearing a bulletproof vest, foreshadowing that he had planned to fake his death all along. Alright everyone, here's your second way to increase your chances of winning a shark card. For this one, just click the giveaway link in the description of this video and complete however many of the options listed that you'd like. Note that the more you complete, the better your odds of winning become. Now back to the video. Continuing in GTA 5, there's no doubt that at some point during the game, you caused enough trouble to get the special forces on your ass. You might not have seen that they actually use hand gestures to communicate with one another. Since you pissed off the special forces, you better believe that they brought plenty of helicopters to try and take you out. But don't worry, because there's an easy way to knock them out of the sky. Shooting the back rotor of the chopper will cause it to destabilize and spin out of control. But let's say they came with a little more firepower and begin to launch missiles at you. Well, if you happen to have a flare gun, you can shoot it at the helicopter and the flare will attract the heat-seeking missile and send it right back to the chopper. At one point in GTA 5's campaign, Jimmy can be seen using a laptop where he's scrolling through Life Invader. But if we take a closer look at the screen, we can see Nico Bellic from GTA 4. It even displays that he's a driver at Bellic Cab Service and that he lives in Broker. On the topic of Nico, let's head over to GTA 4 once again. If you're about to ride on a motorcycle and don't take off right away, Nico will put on a helmet as well as remove it once you get off. Putting on the helmet will also cause you to take slightly less damage if you crash than if you were not wearing one. In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, if you kill someone and use thermal vision goggles to look at them, you can see the heat leaving their body. By today's standards, that doesn't seem all that crazy, but for a game that came out in 2004, it was an impressive feature that not many games could pull off. And now, for the third way you can enter for the giveaway, simply join our Discord and put an exclamation mark in the giveaway channel. Back in GTA 5, another detail you may find upon killing someone is that if you're barefoot and step in a puddle of blood, you'll leave naked footprints on the ground as opposed to shoe prints if you were wearing them. The footprints will also appear on most other surfaces you walk on. Onto a less gruesome detail, this one may actually tug at your heartstrings a bit. In GTA 5's story mode, there is a dog who you may find walking to its owner's grave every day to pay them a visit. This detail was inspired by the true story of Greyfriars Bobby, which is about a dog who spent 14 years guarding his owner's grave. What's even more interesting is that this story took place in Edinburgh, Scotland, which also happens to be where Rockstar North's headquarters is based. Alright, get these onions out of here. It's time for the final detail of the video. If you go to rob a gas station in GTA 5 but don't kill the clerk, the next time you go and rob the same place, they'll have a gun ready for you. Well, that's all the time we have for today's video. I just want to say thank you again to everyone who's been supporting us by watching our videos and subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot to us. For those of you who are participating in our giveaway, the winners will be selected at random and announced in the next episode of Gaming Details, which comes out in 2 weeks from the time this video is uploaded. Also, be sure to share this video with your friends, as getting more people involved helps us to do more giveaways like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you all in the next video.